about a year ago, I came to visit my brother, and my niece really wanted to get into skating. So I picked up a pair of these microblades. They're size adjustable, and they're a soft boot, and I guess they're pretty decent, but quite frankly, they have a plastic frame, as you can see here. This originally had a brake on it, but I took the brake off because, you know, I kind of started teaching her drag stops and all that other good stuff pretty fast, and like plows, so she wouldn't have to use the brake. So I actually took it off, and this skate, I guess, isn't designed for the brake to be removed, so it doesn't come with a separate axle, or at least I couldn't find it. So I had to put some washers in there and kind of like jerry rig it to work. But ultimately, she kind of outgrew these skates, or more like destroyed them, to be honest. So I'm not sure which caused which, but you can see in the frame that it's either because of which one is it? I think they're both. Oh, it's this one. So I don't know if her left leg supinates too much, or I was teaching her like plow stops and like hard edging stops, and the boot kind of bent. Not really the boot, it's more like the frame. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but here it kind of like turns in like this, and it forces her to do like a default outside edging. So she's like permanently stuck outside edging on this foot. So I don't know if it began because she was overpronating, or maybe along the way of learning hard carves and plow stops, it got bent that way, which set her foot to always be pronating because then the frame was bent. I knew it was time to get her new skates. I had actually got my nephew also into skating, and I picked him up a pair of the Cyclone, which is the child equivalent to the Twister, and they were just exponentially better. The problem with these microblades is it's all plastic, and yeah, it's size adjustable, but I feel like that's kind of its downside. The very fact that, you know, things can move so much, and it's not one solid piece means it's not very like structurally sound. Nothing like a bee attacking you in the middle of the video. So yeah, it was time for her to get new skates, and I definitely liked the Cyclones that I got for her brother, so I ended up picking up another pair. So here I have the Rollerblade Cyclones. The big major issue with this, I guess, is that they're not really size adjustable. There are two sizes, and it's achieved by like a foam insert inside the boot. But like I said, it's worth it because when you have size adjustable skates, it's questionable whether all those moving parts, especially in the boot itself, compromise the boot. So let's unbox this, and what do you got here? This is actually the second time I've unboxed these skates, so I just didn't film it the first time. So what we have inside the box is pretty standard. We have your skates inside this plastic stuff. Boom. We'll look at the skate closer afterwards. Boom. We have another skate, and this one has the brake installed on it already. But I'm actually going to remove it because I'm teaching her other means of stopping, which I think are more efficient and better. The good thing about this is that unlike the microblades, this comes with a spare axle. So there's a little bag with an Allen key, and inside this bag there's also a spare axle in case you do remove the brake. So I guess they kind of knew that this is the kind of skate a child would upgrade in and eventually get better in. You know, I do feel like eventually you should get rid of your heel brake and learn how to stop properly. Let's look at the actual skate. Alright, so this is the right foot of the Cyclone. Unfortunately, I could only find it in green for some reason. So her previous skates were pink, and these are green, the same color as her brother's. It's kind of like, I tried. So major upgrade, right? So it's a hard boot. Nice strong hard boot, nice rigid cuff, has things you find on trick skates or urban skates. It's a slide guard right here, so if you slide out and fall, Get a little protection there. Biggest improvement, I guess, is this metal frame. It's like a standard frame you can swap out, you know, replace. It is aluminum, so it's definitely not going to bend like the other frame did. So the wheels are 76 millimeters, which is pretty big. You know, 80 is like the standard size for urban skates. And 85A is a decent hardness for wheels also. Pretty standard. Okay, so like one major downside to these, I don't know why they did it, you know. This is supposed to be like an upgrade version, right, of like the kid skates, but it still has that like double-sided frame thing where you need an Allen key for both sides, like one and then the other side. I really feel like they should ditch that, and that should just really not be a thing anymore, especially on aluminum frames where you can just thread the axle right in. 2 Allen keys are included, so I guess it's not that bad, but still, they really could have just ditched this. Okay, we have SG5. There you go. So yeah, 5 or 7 I expected. Pretty good. An improvement over the 3, like the other skates that come with a 3. Aluminum frame, hard boot, removable liner. The other skate did not have removable liner. I really do like removable liners because, you know, they can get stinky. I have worked, you know, I worked in schools, and a lot of kids go to those liners, and if you can wash them, man, it makes a big difference. As you can see, it looks just like the one inside of the Twister Edge. Actually, it looks almost identical. It's pretty rigid. It's not like the softest padding in the world, but it's definitely padding. The size adjustability comes from an insert on the inside, so I guess, like you'll see now. So it says it's 2 sizes. This is either size 6 or 7, and the way you adjust the size is the boot doesn't really change. The liner has an insert in it, which I'm trying to take out now, and it's very difficult apparently. There you go. So this little thing here is what makes it size adjustable. So as you can see, it's a little insert with Velcro on it, and it actually says size adjuster. So if you're going down a size, so if you don't want to use it as a 7 and a 6, you just insert this in the toe. So I guess the downside to this is that the other skates, it was like 5 size differences or something really big. Yeah. Oh no, it went from size 5 to 8. So you can really grow in those skates as far as your foot physically, but you know, they're not really built well, so I wonder if they would even last that long. You probably destroyed them like 2 sizes in, like, you know, by the time your foot's 8. They probably would be unusable if you're actually using them. I had her doing jumps and stuff, so I definitely choose putting them to the limit. So something like this won't grow with your foot, won't last as long, but it'll definitely like last. They don't fit on your foot anymore because, like I said, it's a well-built boot. So I don't know if you guys ever saw my Twister Edge videos, and I talked about how like they had like the torsion system and like it was reinforced on the bottom. Well, this doesn't necessarily have that torsion system on the bottom, but it definitely has like a really chunky like connection point, right? So I don't know what fell. We'll look for it later. So if we move the this thing here, right? The first thing we'll get, you probably saw me pull it already, is a shock absorber. Little flimsy, but it's a shock absorber, you know, it's something. So they expect you to be jumping or something in this. Next up, this is what impressed me the most. Look at that mount point for the frame. It's a nice, large, solid block of aluminum or whatever the hell it is. So I don't think you can remove these. Actually, these aren't even connected properly. But if you look at other skates, like cheaper skates, they'll have like that cylindrical thing on the inside. It's just like a circle on the other side of the boot, and it like that's how the frame threads into it. It's a small circle and has like an anti-twist function to it. It's really flimsy. Like I said, these definitely take after the Cyclone. I mean the Twister Edge, because look at that chunky block in there. It's nice and strong. Bottom has nice vents and everything. I think you can see it here if the camera focuses. Right here in the bottom, nice vents, nice cutouts. It has a Velcro strap for the 45, the power strap. But I'm gonna be honest, I actually prefer Velcro because a lot of times when you're learning slides and you slide out or you hit the ground, if it's this kind of buckle, it tends to like explode and break off. You know, I've had that issue, so I'm kind of happy that it's Velcro. The top, I guess the cuff didn't really borrow off the twister because the twister has the buckle guard here, right here under the strap in case you slide. It doesn't break off. This one doesn't have anything protecting, so you can damage it, but whatever. Like, I guess it's a kid skate, so you're not going too crazy, but it's definitely something they could have added. All right, so now this is finally the end of the video. Like I said, you can leave comments below if there's anything I missed. I can add it. And guys, don't forget to share this, like, and subscribe. If you want more reviews and more products that I can showcase, I have a Patreon. You can always support me there. It definitely helps the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.